as an introduction to the Bank on Chicago initiative to help you understand the roles of community and financial partners, the resources available to community partners, and the funding available to both lift up the work of community partners and help the unbanked in our communities access cheaper and safer checking accounts. Let's begin with the basic question of what is Bank on Chicago? Bank on Chicago is a cooperative effort by the local government, local banks, and community partners to offer easy-to-access checking accounts for unbanked and underbanked individuals. You can think of Bank on Chicago as the four groups just described. Bank on Chicago management team consists of representatives from the City of Chicago Treasurer's Office, which leads the initiative, the Illinois Asset Building Group, and the United Way of Metropolitan Chicago. Financial partners consist of banks in Chicago that provide a checking account product that meets Bank on Chicago requirements to be listed later, and provide sponsorship to fund the initiative. Lastly, community partners are the lifeblood of the initiative. Community partners work directly with unbanked populations and are a great access point for the unbanked who have had often justifiably bad or no interactions with banks in the past to learn about getting into checking accounts that will cost them less and keep their money safe, to hear about it from a trusted community voice. Though most who watch this video will likely have direct knowledge, either personally or experienced through their community, of the negative effects of being unbanked, it is necessary to lay out exactly why this initiative was created in the first place. To put it simply, it costs more to be unbanked. For those with lower incomes, the great majority of those who are unbanked, every dollar matters. Every month, the unbanked pay more for a money order for their rent, wire transfers for their phone, internet, heat, or lights. They pay for every single transaction. Every paycheck, 1 to 2.25% is taken out just to be cashed. And that money is far more safe in a bank than in their pockets or in their homes, where muggings, robberies, or even accidents could strip them of the money that they need to survive. Getting banked is in a lower cost, safer checking account is a big step toward financial stability. As described before, Bank on Chicago is an initiative led by the City of Chicago Treasurer's Office. They hold quarterly meetings to convene all Bank on Chicago participating members, coordinate the financial partners' involvement in the initiative, and manage the grant program funding opportunities alongside the Illinois Asset Building Group. IABG is a statewide coalition of organizations, researchers, providers, advocates, financial institutions, and more that are committed to increasing access to the tools everyone needs to become financially secure. Tools like basic checking accounts and other financial products. IABG is a founding member of the Bank on Chicago initiatives and brings the community partners together through surveys and meetings to weigh in on how to make the Bank on Chicago initiative better. IABG works with the Treasurer's Office to manage the grant programs as well. The United Way of Metropolitan Chicago collects reports from financial partners on Bank on Chicago accounts and performs accounting functions for the grant programs to process, cut, and mail checks to awarded community partners for events. Financial partners fund the initiative by providing annual sponsorships. These funds are then distributed to community partners via the grant programs. More importantly, however, is that financial partners provide a checking account that is safer, cheaper, and easier to access for the unbanked. These checking accounts must adhere to the following requirements. IABG and the rest of the community partners have come together to shape the product requirements in the past to make them safer, cheaper, and more accessible, and we will continue to work together to improve the product. Community partners are groups that are committed to providing the unbanked in their communities with access to safer, cheaper checking accounts. With several dozen community partners already working in the initiative, from financial education providers to higher education institutions, from affordable housing providers to faith-based institutions, Bank on Chicago community partners reach most neighborhoods in Chicago. Many of the unbanked do not have checking accounts for very good reasons. They may have grown up in an unbanked household where banks were foreign to them. For them, all of the banking customs that may be natural for those of us who were raised going to the bank with our parents, like who to talk to when you arrive, what do you say, and what do you bring with you to either open up accounts or get things done. All of these customs are foreign to someone who had never grown up in a banking household, so going about getting banked as an adult really means going out of your comfort zone. Many of the unbanked have had negative experiences in the past with banks and may be on check systems, a credit reporting bureau used by banks to keep track of customers with negative records. All Bank on Chicago accounts have a pathway off of check systems. For both groups, learning about the benefits of getting banked from a trusted voice, a community partner, can mean the difference between opening a new account and continuing to take their paycheck to currency exchanges. These are some of the examples of the services provided by community partners. Most community partners provide financial education, but this is not necessary to be a partner. Our community partners are diverse and can fit many different roles beyond providing financial education or other financial empowerment services. They may have a passion for the community, clients, students, residents, congregation, for them to get banked. They can often act as a great opportunity for collaboration with service providers by bringing new resources to their unbanked members. At the most basic level, community partners inform the unbanked on the benefits of being banked, usually through providing financial literacy education. They connect unbanked participants to financial institutions with products and locations that make sense to the participant. When connecting the unbanked to banks, they sometimes go an extra mile by contacting a specific bank branch ahead of time to make an appointment with a specific bank representative so that when the participant arrives at the bank, they have a name to ask for, to talk with, to sit down with, to guide them through opening up a checking account and/or savings account. Community partners often hold events where unbanked attendees can receive financial education or other financial empowerment services. And this is an opportunity as well to meet bank representatives in person. Most Bank on Chicago financial partners have the capacity to send staff to these events to accept applications for checking accounts and sometimes open up bank accounts on the spot. To become a community partner, please email Lucy Milani and Kant Desai about joining. Include your organization's logo in your email to be added to the Bank on Chicago website. We ask that community partners attend Bank on Chicago quarterly meetings so that your clients and your community have a voice in the initiative. The Bank on Chicago team provides community partners with many resources. Printed marketing materials are available through the Treasurer's Office, so contact Kant Desai if you require them. When holding an outreach event, or if you would like to connect with local banks for referral purposes, Bank on Chicago can help connect you to the initiative's financial partners. Similarly, we can provide you with the lead contact information of all current community partners. Lastly, there are several funding opportunities available through Bank on Chicago to support outreach efforts of community partners. To obtain digital versions of Bank on Chicago marketing resources, please go to www.bankonchicago.com. Take your mouse and hover over the Our Partners tab in the title bar, and then click on the Marketing Resources tab in the drop-down menu that will occur when you hover over it. This will get you to this page. A separate video is available which explains Bank on Chicago funding opportunities, and you can find it at www.bankonchicago.com. Thank you for your time. This is contact information for the Bank on Chicago management team.